Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We are here for a singles match. We are here to see Jim Green take on Payson Johnson. Jim, a mainstay of the Fandom Fights arena. Love it every time he shows up. Always a fun time to see Jim. On the other hand, you have Payson Johnson, who the last time he played gave me a heart attack. Hurt my soul. But, he's back. He embarrassed himself and he still came back. That shows integrity, and you love to see it in the trivia ring. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think these players are pretty evenly matched, both just good at trivia. So I think this will be a lot of fun. So let's get into it, starting with the promos.
Hello, I'm here by myself. Nazario abandoned me. You can see my swim trunks right here that Jordan bought for me. And then you can see my Whataburger because it's right there. And then there's Woody. Haha, right there. Payson's a cool dude sometimes. This is why Nazario usually does this, but his manager has a handsome beard. So they're today they'll be known as the Handsome Beards. Let's do some trivia stuff.
Hi, Payson.
Hi, Cam.
How's it going?
Going good. Tim alluded to it earlier. Last time I played Fandom, antics were pulled that will never be pulled again. I want to promise every showrunner here. And honestly, Tim said it shows a lot of courage to come back after embarrassing myself. I'm surprised I was invited back, so I'm just gracious for the opportunity.
Yeah, if there's one thing Tim Brzakala would never encourage, never advocate for, it's drinking during a Fandom match. He would never in any way endorse that behavior. But in all seriousness, yeah, last match you did not necessarily take the most seriously, and you still, while maybe socially doing some embarrassing things, played not terribly. You were beating very good competitors for a portion of that match. So now that you're sober, hopefully we can win the whole thing.
Look, from Kaleb Koho's words, Kaleb Koho and Jim Green together made Robert Parker and Tim Brzakala sweat in multiple Fandom matches. So Jim's a great competitor, so this will be fun. Let's play.
It wasn't Jim and Koho that made me sweat. It was the writers entrusted to write the match that made me sweat. God damn it. Okay, round number one. It's going to work like this. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you're going to be issued a bonus question to you. Only to you. You get 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the match. Gentlemen, any questions?
Yeah. When did they call Liam Neeson a man in black in Batman Begins?
It was towards the end of the film.
That's right.
So, question numero 1. Going to come in the category of DC. What is the real first name of Catwoman in Catwoman? We were given 1 instruction. Make it hard. That instruction Maggie gives me all the time. Whoa. You don't like that one, Maggie? No. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Payson.
Patience.
Yeah, and Jim.
I didn't write that. I just wrote what Catwoman's name actually is.
Patience is correct. So we're going to get into your next question in the category of the wizarding world. In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, what specific model broom does McGonagall buy for Harry? This is one of those name a broom questions.
It was what broom?
Yes.
Okay, I just heard broom buy for Harry. McGonagall buy for Harry.
Do you need a technical?
I should be okay.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
The 2001. Nimbus. Nimbus 2000, not the 2001.
And Payson.
Nimbus 2000.
Nimbus 2000 is correct.
It's
All
the
right, guys,
fastest
your next
model yet
question.
until the next.
Your next question is in American Spies. Who plays Jack Ryan in The Sum of All Fears? This is one of those name an actor who plays Jack Ryan questions.
Yep.
You'll love to see it. Man, I'm exhausted.
My internet is so shitty right now, but I don't know if there's anything I can do about it.
4, 3. I'm sorry. You look great. Fine to us. 1. Pens down. I can see your fan spinning. Let's go to Payson.
Ben Affleck.
And Jim.
I said Harrison Ford.
Ben Affleck is correct. So the next question is in the category of James Bond. Which James Bond film features large groups of soldiers pretending to be knocked out by gas released by the villain's passing airplanes? Gas. You gotta love gas.
Yes.
Bucky is looking at me so filled with disdain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
Skyfall is a James Bond movie.
It is Payson.
I put For Your Eyes Only.
Both incorrect. We're looking for Goldfinger. The next question is in the category of Star Wars. Who nearly falls into the Sarlacc pit but is pulled out by Han in Return of the Jedi? Good old Sarlacc pits. I saw one recently.
Where?
In the movie theater when I saw this film.
Oh, nice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
Lando.
And Jim.
Lando
is correct. So it is 4-2 in favor of Payson. Your next question is in the category of Disney animation. In Zootopia, when Judy first meets and follows Nick, he and his friend are running a scam selling what specific kind of treat? I was going to see if Bucky got excited when I said treat. He did not. He did not move. I think he's asleep. Bucky, are you asleep? Okay, he didn't move, so I think he's asleep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jim, let's go to you.
Popsicles.
And Payson.
Yeah, I put ice cream.
Popsicles is correct. So Jim cuts into that lead a little bit, making it 4-3. And we're going to see if Jim can restart that internet a little bit. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Jim cut into that lead a little bit. It is 4-3 in favor of Payson. Your next question is in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, who resigns from their position after Kirk orders them to allow torpedoes aboard the Enterprise? Obviously, I meant Star Trek. Is it Star Trek Into Darkness? Is that what it is? Or is it
I think it's Star Trek Into Darkness.
Star Trek Into Darkness?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, Jim. Little history lesson. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
I put Scotty.
And Jim.
Same.
Scotty.
Whoa.
I put Scott.
They call him Mr. Scott. I would accept that.
Okay.
Isn't his name Montgomery Scott?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they call him Scott, Scotty, Mr.
I forgot
Scott.
the why, but there's only one Scott on the ship. So
Yeah, no, I would accept that. So 5-4 as we get into your next question in the category of fandom quotes. Which Law and Order film features the quote, "What did one shepherd say to the other shepherd? Let's get the flock out of here." That's a good one.
It's a stupid quote.
Oh, that's great. Good job there, Nick, uncovering that that quote. Nick has just has a doc filled with every line from every Fandom movie. He just deletes sentences as he puts them in questions. It's not true, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that was real. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
But Bad Boys 2.
And Jim.
I said Rush Hour.
Both incorrect. We're looking for Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon. So your next question, your penultimate question, is in the category of Marvel. Who plays Kick-Ass in Kick-Ass? This movie is Kick-Ass. Love this movie. And honestly, I always talked shit about the second one, but I rewatched it maybe like 2 years ago for Fandom, and it's not as bad as I remembered. It's enjoyable. It's just not as good as the first one. The first one is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
I wrote Craven Cohen the Hunter, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
And Payson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
That is correct. So keeping pace, 6-5. As we get into the final question of the round in the category of the MCU. In the Avengers, from what building in New York does Loki launch the portal to let the Chitauri invade? The Avengers. They are the Avengers, not the Pre-Vengers. Aha. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
I put Avengers Tower.
Let's go to Jim.
I put Avengers Tower with a very shitting drawing that kind of looks like this.
Well, you both said the same thing, but I don't think I can give it to you guys. It's Stark Tower. It's not Avengers Tower yet.
Doesn't matter for the score because we wrote the same.
So it doesn't matter for the score, but accuracy, I'll let Nick decide, but I'm going to say it's wrong. So 6-5 is the score coming out of round number 1. Payson is in the lead by 1. Both players have all 3 repeats remaining, and both challenges are packed as we get into round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. It's the wheel round. We are going to bring in the wheel from wheeldeside.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can spin again, but they have to keep what they spin the second time. Each question is going to be worth 2 points apiece. Unless you check the multiple choice, then it will be worth only 1. Stealing is available in round number 2, so be on the lookout for that because it can get spooky up in here. So as I bring in the wheel, the categories on it today are scores and soundtracks, Star Trek, DreamWorks Animation, YA, MCU, Marvel, Wizarding World, and Sci-Fi Icons. Payson, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Second.
I was going to suggest first, but yeah, let's just go second.
I mean, if you want to go first, we can go first.
Yeah, honestly, let's just go first.
All right.
Yeah, let's go first.
Okay. Payson, this is going to be your spin. It lands on DreamWorks Animation.
I like that.
Do you like it enough to keep it?
Yeah, I do.
All righty then. Go for it.
Okay. Let's see where this goes.
Thanks, embodiment of Gen Z.
Absolutely.
Great advice from Gen Z.
Payson, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of DreamWorks. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, your first question. Which DreamWorks film features the magazine Italian Vogue being used as a weapon?
Oh.
5, 4.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Ants, B, B movie, C, Monsters versus Aliens, or D, Flushed Away.
I was thinking, is there? B movie.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, your next question. Who voices Po the Panda in the Kung Fu Panda series?
Jack Black.
That is correct for 2 points. What type of animal is Don Lino in Shark Tale?
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your first repeat. What type of animal is Don Lino in Shark Tale?
I'm going to say a shark.
That's correct.
Okay. I almost said octopus, but I'm like, there's only one Don. Great question.
Your fourth question, Payson. In Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, what type of objects are the first obstacle in Perito's path to the star, which may attack characters depending on how they are treated by them?
I'll go multiple.
All right, your options are A, flowers, B, treasure chests, C, mirrors, or D, dolls.
I'll use my repeat of the options.
All right, your options again are A, flowers, B, treasure chests, C, mirrors, or D, dolls.
I hate to. Can I get a repeat on everything? I'm so sorry.
Yep, your second repeat. In Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, what type of objects are the first obstacle in Perito's path to the star, which may attack characters depending on how they are treated by them? And your options again are A, flowers, B, treasure chests, C, mirrors, or D, dolls.
I'm going to say dolls.
That is incorrect. Jim, chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, flowers, B, treasure chests, C, mirrors, or D, dolls?
Flowers.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
It was flowers or dolls for me.
All right, Payson, your final question. How specifically did Guy's parents die revealed in The Croods: A New Age?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, eaten by a dinosaur, B, volcanic eruption, C, sank in tar pits, or D, hut burned down.
That sounds brutal for a PG. I'll say B.
B as in boy?
Yeah, volcanic eruption.
That is incorrect, Jim. Chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, eaten by a dinosaur, B, volcanic eruption, C, sank in tar pits, or D, hut burned down?
D is in dog.
That is incorrect. We're looking for C, sank in tar pits. Payson leads out of his turn 11-6. We are going to bring back the wheel. I should probably bring it up before I spin it. There it is. And Jim, this is going to be your spin. And it lands on Spinner's Choice.
Okay.
Do you need the categories again, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your options that you can choose from are scores and soundtracks, Star Trek, YA, MCU, Marvel, Wizarding World, and sci-fi icons.
Since I don't have a manager here, I have this VHS copy of The Lost World Jurassic Park to represent Mike. So he says, jump! Okay, so I'll go with Wizarding World.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Jim, I'll give you your questions in the Wizarding World. Are you ready? All right, your first question. Which Wizarding World film was the first one to feature Harry taking a class with Professor Sprout?
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Ron Weasley in the Wizarding World?
Rupert Grint.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Wormtail cuts what part of Harry's body to get his blood for the potion to bring back Voldemort?
His forearm.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, the film opens with Dumbledore meeting Grindelwald for what beverage before the place burns down?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, coffee, B, tea, C, wine, or D, butterbeer.
Tea.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question in the Wizarding World. Who uses the spell Pierre Totem Locomotor in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2?
McGonagall.
That is correct for 2 points and the clean sweep of the Wizarding World. So Jim gets his total up to 15, but Payson close behind with 11. So we're going to get into round number 3. It is the betting round. Here's how it's going to work. I am going to say a category. You guys are then going to decide whether you want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. If you get the question right, you will gain those points. If you get the question wrong, you will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. So, gentlemen, any questions as we get into round 3?
What's the score again? 11.
15 to 11.
15, 11. All right.
All right, your first category is Worlds of DC. All right, let's get bets starting with Payson.
I went 1.
Okay, and Jim.
Same as these.
Okay, your question. In Justice League, whose father is in possession of the mother box given to humans? This movie sucks.
You just gotta watch the 17-hour Zack Snyder cut, Tim.
I mean,
like all movies, you gotta watch a 12-hour extended cut.
I like that version. It's not an extended cut. It's actually kind of like a different cut altogether. 5,
Actually.
4, 3, actually 2. 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
I put Cyborg.
And Jim.
Same as these.
That is correct. So Payson gains 1 point, goes up to 12. Jim gains 1 point, up to 16. Still a 4-point game as we get into the next category, which is Law and Order. Let's get bets starting with Jim.
Not same as as Payson. 0.
Payson.
I put 2.
All right, here is the question. Conrad Howard holds what police rank in Bad Boys? Like this movie a lot. It's very fun. Actually, I like all these movies. Enjoy them very much. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Jim.
I put the correct spelling, I believe, of colonel.
And Payson.
I put what I believe is the correct spelling of captain.
Captain is correct. So Payson cuts into the lead a little bit. It is now 16-14 in favor of Jim, a 2-point game. The next category that you guys can bet points on is Star Trek. Let's get bets starting with Payson.
I put 0.
And Jim. It's a wash, ladies and gentlemen. Stats only. Your question in the category of Star Trek. Who plays the villain Kruge in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock?
Damn it.
I never know if it's Kruge, Krug, Krug, Kruggy, Krugy, Kruge? I don't know. Somebody help me. This is when Nick would be like, Tim, shut up. 5, 4, which he still can. 3, 2, 1, pens down. Let's go to Payson.
It's Christopher Lloyd.
And Jim.
Is it not?
Christopher Lloyd is correct.
It is, yeah, okay.
So it is still a 2-point game, though. No points gained or lost. 16-14. The penultimate category is Disney animation. Let's get bets, starting with Jim.
2.
Okay, and Payson?
2.
All right, very interesting question. Let's get into it. The question in Disney animation. Which Disney animated film focuses on animals? Sorry, let me start over. Which Disney animated film focused on animals features human characters named Jim, Deer, and Darling? Nick wrote that very elegantly, and I just butchered the beginning. I thought it was going one way, and then it zagged. So I fucked it up. But we got there. We made it happen. Nick is messaging me. I might have still fucked it up. I don't think I did, though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Jim.
I said 101 Dalmatians.
And Payson.
I put The Rescuers.
Both are incorrect. We were looking for Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp. So we still have a game as it is 14-12 in favor of Jim. 2-point game, 1 category remaining, and the category is American Spies. All right, let's get bets, starting with Payson.
2.
And Jim.
Stats for me.
I need you to write it on your board, please. So that there's no, thank you, 0. Okay, so here's the situation. If Payson hits this, we will go to sudden death. If Payson misses, Jim will win the match. Category of American Spies. What is the name of the top secret project that created Jason Bourne in the Bourne Identity? Really wanted to pronounce identity with the full titty.
Let's see how sudden death goes.
Ooh, someone is rambunctious. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jim.
Blank board.
And Payson.
Treadstone.
We're going to sudden death, people. Sudden death. Treadstone is correct. So it is 14 all. Here's how sudden death is going to work. We are going back to a whiteboard style. The first player to take a lead will win the match. Payson, you still have 1 repeat remaining. Jim, you have all 3. And both challenges are still intact. Players, any questions as we get into sudden death? Nope. Okay. So let's get your whiteboards out and we'll get cooking. Your first question in sudden death. Which Star Wars film was the first to feature the planet Naboo? Or Naboo, one could say. Nick said that Jim Deere is one person. Apparently, I put a little bit of a pause in there. Like I said, Jim Deere.
I had a feeling it was first name, last name.
Yeah, but
I thought it was 3 people.
my bad. So I apologize. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pens down. Let's go to Payson.
Phantom Menace.
And Jim?
Next question.
Phantom Menace is correct. So it is 15-15. Next question in Sudden Death. In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, what type of creature's blood has Voldemort been drinking to sustain him? Blood, am I right? Three, 2, 1, pens down. Jim, let's go to you.
Unicorn.
And Payson.
Unicorn.
Unicorn is correct. 16 all. Your next question in Sudden Death. In Star Trek First Contact, what is the last name of the man who invented warp flight? Gotta love some good warp flight, am I right? I just love flights. Beer, bourbon, whatever you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Payson.
I put Smith.
And Jim.
I just went with Scott.
Both incorrect. Unfortunately, we were looking for Cochrane. Your next question in Sudden Death. At the beginning of Frozen, Grandpappy tells Anna and Elsa's parents that if the ice got to what specific part of her body, it would be irreversible. Her being Anna in this situation. I should clarify. Love this movie. Fucking banger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
Heart.
And Payson.
But Heart.
Heart is correct. So 17-17. This is nuts. Your next question. Who sneaks the dwarves into Lake Town aboard his boat in the desolation of Smaug?
Smaug.
Smaug. Smaug. Smaug. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to go to Jim.
Luke Evans' character, who I think is named Bard, but I don't know.
And Payson.
I put Bard.
Bard is correct. 18-18. Your next question. Which Terminator film features a Terminator model called a Rev 9?
Shit.
This is one of those name a Terminator questions. Oh, this is nuts. This is a great match. I'm happy Nick is backstage to feed me questions.
This is fun. This is fun, Jim.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Payson.
Is it Dark Fate?
And Jim.
I wrote Salvation.
And your winner, Payson Johnson, Dark Fate is the correct answer. Hell of a match. Deep into Sudden Death. How many did we go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions deep into Sudden Death. We've seen a few Sudden Death matches this year, and they've all been incredible. It was a close match in round 1. It was a close match in round 2. Payson could have locked it up even earlier if he had maybe trusted himself a little more in the betting round. Jim played the betting round super smart. He knew what he knew, and he clearly knew what he didn't just because he bet 0. And he took it into Sudden Death, and this was an incredible match to be a part of. So I'm going to bring in first Jim Green. Jim, fantastic match, really great performance. I think this is the best performance we've seen from you in a while. How are you feeling, man?
I should have just bet 1 on the Disney question, and then I would have won, but the tape didn't tell me that, so I blame the tape.
That's fair. Blame Nazario.
I do blame Nazario. So yeah, Nazario, it's your fault.
because if he had been here and he had gone, "Hiya, Jim," it would have gone differently, I think. Yeah.
Fuck your Legos.
You man child. Jim, this was fantastic. I think this was a really, really great match, a really great performance. Is there anybody that you want to go up against next time, or that you want to see in teams next? Like, what are you thinking?
Preferably somebody that I can beat. That would be good.
Well, I think you can beat anybody if you believe in yourself and you put in the work, Jim. I think honestly, like, no kidding aside, you played fantastic today. If you keep playing at this level, you'll get your next win very soon. I have no doubt about it. Jim, fantastic job today. We'll see you next time as we bring in the winner, Payson, and his manager, Cameron. Payson, fantastic job. Round 1, really good, 6 points in round 1. Round 2, maybe a little bit of a stumble here and there, but overall, really great round 2. And then again, the betting in round 3, you bet when you needed to. Could have locked it up early, but you stayed cool during sudden death and made the win happen. How are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. Sudden death wins are tiring, but they're always feel great at the end. Hats off to Jim. He's a legend of this game. He's a great player, and I'm very happy I got to play him. But like I said, after my last showing, I just wanted to show you guys that I do take this game fairly seriously, and just Fandom's super fun to play. And yeah, I'm just happy with myself for how I played tonight.
Cameron, thoughts on Payson's performance?
Yeah. I would describe my feelings as a manager, mostly watching from backstage, as anxiety. Round 1, I was like, we got this. Payson was like, I can do DreamWorks. So I was like, all right, I trust you. Let's go. And then Jim got Spinner's Choice, and that all combined was really scary. But we pulled it out. Like you said, Jim bet exactly when he needed to and when he didn't. Pulled it all into sudden death. And yeah, Payson, don't ever scare me like that again.
I won't. I'm sorry.
Lose outright, please and thank you.
Guys, very, very fantastic performance. Payson, I can't wait to see what you do next in Fandom. Is there anybody in particular you want to play?
I'm coming for the GOAT, Andrew Barr. I want his ass. Barr. There's a reason people call him the GOAT. You see him play, and yeah.
Bucky feels good about it too. Great job, Payson. We will see you guys on the next match. Bucky's losing his mind because a pizza's being delivered to my house. So I'm going to go eat that. You guys keep watching Fandom, and we'll see you at the next match. Thank you to Nick for writing. Thank you to the players. I've been Tim. We'll see you next time. Peace.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.